And then
Steel cage breaks, bodies fly, ladders rise, the crowd's war cry. Power bombs, necks collide, suffering fuels the warrior's pride. Revolution X, watching pain ignite, judging chaos, screaming through the fight. Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more. Chairs swing, skulls collide, ropes burn as giants collide. Submission holds, arms snap, twisting fate in a brutal trap. Revolution X, judges of despair. Wrestling's torment, we rip and tear. Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more. Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Doobie Den, and tonight it's Friday night, so you know what that means. It's time for Rev X's wrestling review, brought to yours by yours truly, Buddha Fire. With me, as always, MJ Hat, and man, this week, uh, did not feel like a go home week for
no,
Elimination Chamber.
not at all, not at all. And I cannot stress enough as to this needed to be a big set of shows. This needed to be a big bunch of okay, well, here we are. Here's the pay per view, the PLE, whatever we're calling them these days. It's coming up, and oh my god, nothing has happened. Like this whole elimination chamber storyline has been absolutely insane. and it is quite twisted, if I do say so myself. But that's part of it. It was really a boring week. I'm lackluster with what all's been going on for the past couple of months. The Rumble was the most important thing, and then after that, you know, like, but what are you thinking, man?
Well, I've stated this before that I honestly believe that most of the storylines will start happening within the next 6 weeks.
Sure.
We got sort of a storyline on Raw, which you'll get to here
Yeah.
shortly, and we
Yeah.
had a little bit of a audible called on SmackDown and the Elimination Chamber. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Take us through Raw. Hey, what's up, Scott? Alec
What's happening,
Card.
brother? Okay, so my notes are moved. Just a sec, because
Oh
everything's falling
no,
apart on me.
living in pain.
Yeah, it happens. 2/23/26, Raw from Atlanta, Georgia. Michael Cole and Corey Graves open the show talking about AJ Styles, and then Gunther interrupts. Of course, Gunther interrupts because Gunther has retired AJ. Gunther says they should celebrate him, and until Adam Pearce comes out and shuts it all down. Gunther turns around to goad the crowd, and Dragon Lee attacks Gunther from behind. Security ends up breaking it up. Backstage, Gunther gets attacked by Dragon Lee again, and security finally pulls the two apart. And just as he does, Cody Rhodes is standing there. And they have this little stare down, and then Cody Rhodes starts making his way to the ring. Uh, Cody barely gets started before he's interrupted. And here we go with the interruption spots, right? Interrupted by the Vision. Logan says Bronson's going to win everything, and the Vision are taking over. Cody says there is somebody that would disagree, and Jay Uso's music hits because it's Jay Uso. All this leads us to this was a very solid way to open the first 15 minutes of the show. By the way, it was a lot of action here. This leads us to match number 1, which is where we're going to get our kicker for the whole week. It fucked everything up for the whole week. The
Shit.
Elimination Chamber qualifier match. It's Bronson Reed taking on Jay Uso, taking on El Grande Americano.
The original.
Yeah, the original, not the fake one, because there are 2. Actually, there's 4, but let's not even get into that. Bronson Reed in this match, he was going to break up a pin, and he hurt his arm. And it doesn't really look like he did anything in that moment. I think it was a couple of moves before that. But he takes out his arm, which turns us into a one-on-one. And we all know Bronson Reed was set up to go into the chamber with LA Knight, right? That's what we know.
Oh, yes.
That was the whole thing behind their whole feud. Bronson's out. So both men that were left fought valiantly for the final spot in the chamber. The finish seen Jay hit the spear and the Uso splash for the 1-2-3. Bronson was supposed to win this match very clearly. You can see it on the wrestler's face, on the ref's face, on Bronson's face. This is a legit injury. And that seems to be happening a lot with Vision members right now. We got Braun Breaker out for hernia. And then Seth Rollins is out. And, Seth Rollins has been wrote off, but whatever. I know you know what I mean. This is a nonstop thing. Next up, Logan Paul's going to get hurt during the chamber. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you might be right. What's up, Dark Tree?
What's up, Dark Tree? Good to see you, buddy.
But I think you might be right about that, man.
It really was so apparent. You could see it on Jay's face. I want you guys to go back. If you have Netflix, please don't subscribe to Netflix on our account. We'll tell you about it. But if you have Netflix, please go back and look at Jay Uso's face as he's winning this match. Please go back and look at it, because you'll see he's like, okay, this was not what I came out here to do, but all right, But that led us into Randy Orton, LA Knight, Jay Uso, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, and Trick Williams were the contenders for the Elimination Chamber. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Then they play an AJ Styles vignette which is awesome because this whole Monday night is devoted to AJ Styles. Um, Tyler Riddick, the NASCAR driver, if you don't know who that is, uh, brings CM Punk to the arena in his NASCAR. Liv Morgan makes her way to the ring. Dom introduces them and then says Liv will make her decision face to face with the champions. And she's all pouty and sad. Oh, it's pathetic. It was pathetic. Um, Also all fake. He then introduces both champions. Liv speaks to Stephanie Vaquer, apologizes, goes to look at Jade Cargill, and then cheap shot Stephanie. Oh, it was just so Liv. So Liv.
Dark Tree.
Jade didn't even need to be there. Go ahead.
Dark Tree says the vision is dead. Everyone is who is important is on the shelf. You're not
Amen
wrong,
to that, brother.
You're not wrong.
Amen to that. That's a fact. Let's see here. Yeah, Jade didn't even need to come out, but I guess she was there for an appearance. Yeah, that's kind of what makes sense. What are you thinking about Liv Morgan choosing Stephanie?
It's been obvious the whole time who she was going to pick. Like Jade never touched Dom, didn't interrupt her interview, things like that. It was apparent the whole time she was picking her.
I agree.
I do like the beatdown she gave her though.
Yeah, Liv is a good world champion anyway, as far as the women on Raw go. She's one of the women I would think, even though she cheats to win.
I agree.
Hey,
True.
She is a top star. Yeah, 100% Dark Tree. Backstage interview with Javon Evans, who has a 6'7" shirt on. I didn't notice that. You noticed that? I didn't notice that. 6'7", by the way.
Why do you think I put it?
Yeah. Offset makes an appearance, and so do the New Day. Sets up for Javon versus Kofi. Nothing really good here. Highlight of the night from 2017 when AJ beat Jinder Mahal for the title. If you guys remember, Jinder Mahal was the world champion once. Yeah, just once. Match number 2. Oh, I've been wanting to talk about this match all week. Okay.
Fucking match.
My point. This was Natty taking on Maxine Dupree. This was a squash match that barely got started as Natty fucked Maxine up quickly, resulting in referee stoppage.
Right on.
Let's talk about the 2015 fad planking and Maxine Dupree and what they have in common. Buddha, what do you think?
Oh my god, this was just it was horrible. Like this didn't even need to be on national television. It was so badly done.
She murdered her.
Yeah,
like she hit her face in the pole, and Maxine was just dead.
Yeah,
she's just dead.
Like
doesn't exist.
You were trying your best to build her up as a believable Intercontinental Champion, just to have her go to something like this. Like it's dumb. It's completely dumb.
Dark Tree, thank you for the 7.
Boring.
I appreciate
yes, exactly.
That, let's see. We get a backstage segment with the Judgment Day where Finn tells Dom to step up or shut up, basically.
Yep.
We get an Oba Femi vignette because Oba's hottest free agent in WWE right now. Pierce and the mystery box. The mystery box. I want to touch on this for a second because I've heard some rumors. I've heard Darcy Allin. I've heard another mode for 2K26. I've heard Mayor Kane. Yes, you heard me correctly when I said that. Mayor Kane. What's in the box, cuz?
To be honest with you, I don't know. Like, that is an actual mystery that I'm kind of shocked has not been spooled somewhere or another, but I've seen guesstimations, but nothing solid, nothing set in stone. It's going to be interesting to see what this is on tomorrow.
Right. Rusev appears and wants to talk business, and Oba Femi shows up, and they stare each other down, and Pierce tells them not tonight. How about Brock versus Oba versus Rusev? at Mania.
Ooh, bunch of behemoths going at it. That would be nice. I doubt very seriously if we'll
Speak
see that, but
Speaking of Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar makes his way to the ring. Paul Heyman is playing double duty as he is also the advocate. I said that wrong. Advocate for the not reigning, not defending, not undisputed, not heavyweight champion of the world, Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I had to make sure to get all the knots out there. Brock's on every Monday night from now until Mania and has an open challenge for Mania, who of which we don't know
I
is
agree.
going to
Dark Tree.
respond.
Whew.
So I don't know, man. There's a line there, and I can see both sides of it. But what I'm more interested in is who is actually going to be his opponent.
Obafemi.
That I mean, that's what we're hoping. But it looks like Oba might have Rusev.
In a match on Raw, sure.
You think?
Other than that,
I hope you're right.
me too. Like, let that happen within the next couple of weeks. Have Brock come out because he's on every show up until Mania. So it's got plenty of time. It's still got, even if they do that match within the next 2 weeks, they'd still have a month to plug this whole freaking storyline with them too. And that's plenty of time. That's plenty of time.
You're not wrong. 6 weeks even, because, Becky Lynch shoot promo on AJ Lee. Yeah. Becky's probably going to lose to AJ tomorrow. But I don't want to spoil predictions just yet. So, match number 3 of the night, Javon Evans was taking on Kofi Kingston. This match was pretty bad. They did a spot where Javon hurt his leg just for him to hit the OG cutter for the 3. Multiple interference spots that were done really poorly and an eyesore to watch. And this is all because of, what's his name? The rapper? Offset, thank you. Offset was there, and they just wanted to get him involved.
Crap filler match for that, though.
We get cameos backstage of Bailey, Ray, The Miz, Robert Roode, Abyss, Randy, Shinsuke, and a few more, including Gallows and Luke Anderson. Or Luke Anderson, you know who the good old boys. You know what I'm talking about.
The Good Brothers?
Up, but y'all know. Yeah, the Good Brothers. Thank you. But all these guys were here to thank AJ Styles. That's the point I'm getting at. There were so many names, so many people from throughout his career, both TNA, even like I'm surprised to see the Good Brothers there. That kind of hit me in the feels.
Hold on.
Kips.
I got to put this in here. A little plug for the channel. You can't go anywhere else and hear them tongue twisters like you just heard from MJ had there.
I'm good at that. Tongue twisters are my thing. Ask my wife. All right. Anyway, CM Punk's music hits. He comes out and does his normal shtick. Talks about Roman and Finn and being the main event of WrestleMania. Can I say that when he came out for this promo, he said, "Tonight's not about me. It's about AJ, and I don't want to spend time talking about myself," and then proceeded to talk about himself for 20 minutes. It just... the things you don't need to say. Match number 4. It was the final women's elimination chamber qualifier match. It was Raquel Rodriguez taking on Io Sky, taking on Kairi Sane. This was probably match of the night, as all 3 women were fighting for the last spot in the chamber. Finish saw Raquel block the insane elbow and hit the Tejana bomb for the win. AJ Styles then... Oh, no, wait. So, let me ask. That made our card... well, we'll get into the card in a minute.
Yeah.
AJ Styles makes his way out for celebration. He goes over his career, thanks everyone, starts to take his stuff off in the ring. Everyone comes out to see him off. And then Undertaker's American Badass theme song plays and tells him he is the newest inductee into the 2026 Hall of Fame. This show ends with AJ and his family in the ring What do you think about AJ going into the Hall of Fame immediately after retiring?
Oh, this is a perfect way to keep him in WWE until after AEW's big show.
Yeah, I
So,
agree. I think
like,
it's a money
fucking,
deal.
it's a smooth
It's a
move on
money deal.
WWE's part. Like, they made sure they locked that ass in.
Hell yeah, dude. They do not want AJ crossing the line. And I
Which I
get
don't
it.
think he will. Like, he's already said that he's got something lined up with WWE after his retirement. So, I mean,
Well, it's a backstage producer slot. Has to be.
that's fine. You don't think that man could put on some amazing matches? Shit.
As he's been all over the world, I don't doubt it. Um Dark Tree says, I have seen in multiple different posts that AJ has signed a new deal.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you mean with WWE since they're putting him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure
yeah,
you're right. Like, I'm sure you're
it's
absolutely
probably the
right.
Legends contract.
Yeah,
Just really.
yeah. He can
Because
still
that's
make
what they call it.
appearances and stuff like that. They can
Thank
have
you
him.
for
They can have him wrestle, but he won't wrestle. Like, he'll stay retired. But they
yeah.
could put him as a
He
GM.
doesn't
Oh, AJ is a GM. Oh,
uh,
for
I mean,
NXT. Oh,
that's better than Ava. I'll say that right now.
Ava's gone.
Decent show. Oh, good. Decent show. I don't follow NXT. A few mishaps, but for this to be a farewell show for AJ, it was done pretty good. Buddha says 3. Hat says 2.5. Didn't feel like a go home show. I No, it did not. Does this change Mania plans? Why, yes. Yes, it does. It has to. Losing Bronson Reed to the Elimination Chamber match alone, while I don't think he was going to win it, it has to change the card somewhere because Bronson Reed's going to be out past Mania, and we thought he was going to have this big feud with LA Knight, So, and just for yeah, so 1.5 max. Dark Tree, you are rough, dude. That's cool though. That's cool.
Yeah,
I get it.
I
I
mean,
get it. You got to give him a little leeway. Got to give him a little leeway. They had a guy get hurt, which looked awful, by the way. So,
all right, guys. Well,
um,
let's get into SmackDown, and because we still have a bunch to cover. Now, before SmackDown started, there was a commercial, probably 4 minutes before the show started, and it
more like
shows
10, but yes.
it shows Jey Uso in the back underneath a bunch of rubble and stuff being helped out. 4 letters, 1 word. Drew.
Yep. That's how Drew McIntyre opened his promo. Madrox, you haven't missed SmackDown yet, my friend.
You
We
missed
covered
Raw. SmackDown, we're just getting into. Drew McIntyre comes out, runs his mouth. Nick Aldis comes out and tells him to go to his office. Then Cody comes out with a mic, waiting to fight. Oh, fuck, I can't read that. Wanting to fight.
Yeah,
Drew says no.
Struggling.
Yeah, guys, I'm 1 day recovered from cataract surgery.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, you might have to tonight. I'll just give you.
That's fine. That's fine.
Sorry, guys. I just
rewind. Pull a Jey Uso there. Let's run it back. Drew McIntyre comes out, runs his mouth. Nick Aldis comes out and tells him to go to his office. Then Cody's music hits. He comes out with a mic. He's ready to throw down. Drew says no. I told Nick I'm gonna leave, so I'm gonna leave. Cody calls him a little bitch. Randy Orton's music then hits and says, I'm coming after title number 15, which, more power to him. Trick Williams comes out then. This was your basic, everybody came out. Javon Evans was next. LA Knight was next. This is everybody that's in Chamber, the opening promo for SmackDown. This is traditional. We do this all the time. There is one point, though, where LA Knight looks over at Trick Williams and he goes, did you say, whoop that Trick?
Okay.
Yeah. Trick then says, yeah, and he ends up getting his ass beat. This goes all the way. Javon gets RKO'd. LA Knight's on the outside of the ring. until there was a small stare down between Cody and Randy. Cody and Randy have history. I would love to see some sort of feud, but I really want Cody to be the heel. That's a personal preference. I know that's probably not what's going to happen. What do you think of the opening segment tonight?
It was solid. Like again, like you said, it was traditional. That's what we want to see that from the elimination. I kind of wish we would have got a segment with the women's as well, but we didn't.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
no, for an opening segment, it was good, solid 15-minute start. They're getting pretty good at doing that.
Yeah. The opening segments are looking a lot better recently, at least for SmackDown. Raw's still struggling in that department. And I know we flip flop on this week to week, but it really depends on what they're actually doing. I have to stress that because if I'm not interested in the feud that's going on and being highlighted, then I'm not wanting to watch the show.
Right.
I'm going to because we do these reviews. But if I
Absolutely.
wasn't doing these reviews, I would flip it off
Right.
if I'm not interested. So that's just me. Um, we then get a Tiffany Stratton interview. Asuka comes up and interrupts and goads her into a match. Um, then match number one for the night was Solo Sikoa taking on Uncle Howdy. It was a slow pace to open. At one point during the match, Solo hit his thumb on the post trying to do a Samoan spike, and it made his spike weak the rest of the match. Like he couldn't hit it without hurting his hand. So Solo attempted to do a Sister Abigail. He didn't get it. Instead, he ate a mandible claw. Then Uncle Howdy hit his own Sister Abigail for the win. So after that, the MFTs come down because Uncle Howdy went to go get the lantern, and they ended up beating Uncle Howdy down and taking off with it. So, what did you think, man, of Solo and Howdy?
It was a good, solid match between the two. Not a lot of fuck ups or nothing like that in it. The playoff for Solo with hurting his thumb was pretty solid. I think Uncle Howdy getting the win in this match was just, but the fact that they were able to take back the lantern, that just keeps the story going.
Right?
So not a
Yeah, they're
bad start to the
not a
night.
bad. No, I don't think it was. I just wish that this story would go somewhere. Sorry, I'm snoozing our ads there.
Oh,
Okay. Uh, we get a Drew McIntyre Nick Aldis segment, followed by the appearance of the Vision, and I want to say the remnants of the Vision because well, half of them is gone.
right.
Um, Heyman presents the idea of adding Logan Paul to the chamber. Aldis points out how much of a convenience it is that Jay was just taking out and suddenly the Vision appears. I mean, I have to admit, that's a good point. That's a good point. Logan Paul could, or, hear me out here, um, or Jacob Fatu, either one could be the man who attacked Jey Uso tonight. I just, it could be either one. It could be neither one. You know what I mean? See, Nick Aldis says he'll go and make calls, and he does. We get a Rhea Neo interview, which is interrupted by Jade Cargill, with spoilers to come. Um, we then get the Jacob and Nick segment in the back as Nick is getting off the phone. He asks to take Jay's place. Nick says he'll take it under consideration, and he has to make more calls. I think Nick Aldis spent the first half of this show on the phone.
I think
Like,
you're right.
Bro, just get a mic and grow some balls and make your own decisions. Um, Match number 2 was Tiffany Stratton taking on Asuka. This was with Chelsea Green on comms. Asuka goes to make her way out, and she says, "I'm not going to hurt myself before Chamber. You take on Kyrie." And honestly, Kyrie put on a good show.
Yes.
This was a squash because, you know, Tiffany is a former champion. Kyrie is not. We knew Tiffany was going to win that. But it did take a little bit. I mean, this was probably a 15-minute match, and she did eventually lose to a PME. So Chelsea Green even took a bump on the outside of the ring. Jay's attacker is Jimmy setting up for backlash. That would be solid. But
But they have the tag
he
titles. That wouldn't make.
publicly, yeah, that's what I was about to say. They publicly, Jimmy publicly on Raw a few weeks ago said he wanted his brother to get back into the world title picture
Yeah.
after they won the tag titles or they defended them. It was one of the two. Not discounting your idea, but they've done Jimmy versus Jay a lot, so it's
And
really hard
it
for me
was
to
a
get
super
behind
kick
that.
match at Mania, if I remember correctly. Like it was like
Well,
who
it's
could
more
hit.
than that.
That's all it really was. It was a super kick match.
They've had more than one singles match.
I'm talking about
I
at
promise.
Mania. I'm talking about at Mania.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like it was the most boring match of the night. I think it
yeah.
was like night one a couple years ago or something. It was
Let me
horrible.
ask you because I didn't get to. What did you think of Stratton versus Kyrie? Like I know it was squash, but is Kyrie showing any improvement in your eyes, or was
Kyrie
this just
showed
Tiffany being Tiffany?
no. You could tell Tiffany helped her through the match a lot, but Kyrie held her own. Like she done really
Uh,
good. She had a very good offense tonight. She got to hit a lot of her big moves. The only thing she didn't
mm,
get to hit was the insane elbow. Otherwise, she hit basically everything she's got to offer.
fair enough. Fair enough. We cut to a backstage segment. Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Paul Heyman are standing in Nick Aldis's office, waiting, waiting for the answer. Um, we find out that Logan Paul will fight tonight on SmackDown against Jacob Fatu for the sixth and final spot in the men's elimination chamber, which is why I'm going back to it could be Logan, it could be Jacob, and as Dark Tree says, it could be Jimmy. I mean, it really could be anybody for that matter, but I don't know. I don't know. Match number 3 was another squash match. This was The Miz taking on Obafemi. And Miz immediately drops out of the ring, grabs a mic. Oba takes it and says, "Get your own mic." It's really funny. It's quite nice. It's a good comedy segment. Um, which then led to Miz getting destroyed in 4 moves. I think it was clothesline, chest chops, uh, super toss, and then the fall from grace sit out powerbomb. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Dark Tree. It honestly, Obafemi can do so much better. I want to see him against a behemoth. Hence why I'm going back to Brock Lesnar.
I do think that match will take place. I do think that'll be the Mania match. But he's got to get through the Rusev part first. So let him destroy him and, maybe let Rusev get a little offense in. But
Yeah,
overall, make sure Oba still looks strong going into that match with Brock at Mania.
right. We get a Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov segment. Hayes says, "Nah, I don't need a pep talk. You need a pep talk because you've been sucking ass recently." He don't say it like that, but that's what he meant.
That's what he meant.
Um, which led us into the United States title open challenge match. Carmelo Hayes taking on his mystery opponent of the week, Matt Cardona. Woo, woo, woo. Uh, Cardona dominated the first 7 minutes of this match, seven,
Yeah.
8 minutes.
Yeah.
I almost said 6, 7 again.
Yeah.
Carmelo was a punching bag for a while. We got several 1-2 oohs before the ending of the match, just as the momentum changed hands. Carmelo eventually hit the first 48 for the dub. At this point in the night, this is match of the night, right here. At
Yeah.
this point. So,
I agree with that.
another box segment with the entire tag team division. And I know we did this during the show, Cuzzo, but I gotta stop here for a second. Timeout. Back to the box. Back to the box. This is the dumbest thing. This feels so, and I hate saying this out loud. I really do. Please, please don't be upset with me for saying this. It feels so Vince McMahon.
It
You
does feel
know,
good. It does feel very Vince McMahon, don't
it,
it?
it really does. And I don't. If you guys were around for any of that, uh, I mean, Dark Tree, you might be right. It might be too early for Oba and Brock, but still, yet. What do you guys think's in the box? I gotta know. Like, I know Dark Tree, you're here. Madrox, I think you're here. I'm curious. What do you guys think is actually in the human-sized box? Again, I heard Mayor Kane, and that just threw me for a loop the other day. I just like no. We'll come back to that chat. So Candice LeRae rolls by the box segment with all the tag teams, by the way. And she's got her husband on this cart and she's just pushing him out. Which because she was on her way to the ring because her match was next. It was Candice LeRae taking on Jordan Grace. During Candice's entrance, Johnny lays down on the ring apron. When we come back from commercial break, he's on the announce table. We got a little back and forth action, and Johnny gets off the announce table and starts walking to the back, which distracts Candice, allowing Jordan Grace to hit her finisher for the win. What did you think about that?
That was it was so played out to be dumb. Like you knew Jordan was
Yeah.
winning that match no matter what. Like they're going to try to build her back up, and maybe somebody different besides Jade because they're protecting Jade. That's really what they're doing. She's
You
going
know
to
what I
drop
think of Jade Cargill, right?
what? She's ass. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, guys. There might be people on here that think Jade Cargill is great. There might be people that listen to the podcast that think Jade Cargill is great. I'm not one of those.
That's fair. That's fair. Dark Tree says, I think it's going to be a legend who will answer Brock's call. And I'm assuming you mean in the box. That's a good shout. That's better than some of the things I've heard online. Again, Mayor Kane. I keep hearing Mayor Kane. God, no. Please, no. Not Glenn Jacobs. Please. Let's see here. Backstage interview with Raquel Rodriguez. She says she will win Elimination Chamber. And Jade walks in and says, if she does, Jade is going to embarrass her. Michin walks up and tells Jade she may not even make it to WrestleMania as champion. Another bleh
Yeah.
segment.
Madrox says Danhausen is in the box.
That would be great.
That would be awesome.
I would take that.
Dark Tree says JC sucks ass and needs to go back to the Indies. I could not agree with you more, brother man.
Hell yeah.
And yes,
Solid truths from both of you.
I understand that I'm looking at a phone and I can't really read that, but it's because it's so tiny. And again, I just got out of cataract surgery, but I can look over and read the screen because it's so much bigger. So
I'm having to get the baby, so I apologize.
I appreciate reading for me tonight because that's a bitch.
Yeah, your surgery, man. I know you can't hardly see that good, so
It's rough.
It's all good, brother. Next up, we got another AJ Styles video tribute, including Taker's induction for him, which was awesome. Again, I love that. I love the way they did that. They faked him out. They faked the audience out. It was good.
Oh yeah.
For a second, I thought we were going to get another graveyard match. I was like, oh my God, no. Okay. Sami Zayn accuses Jacob of attacking Jay. Jacob says Drew might have been helping Sami. This interaction is what makes me think Sami Zayn might be involved.
It's a blow up doll.
It's a blow up doll. Scott, you're not wrong. It could
Hey man,
be.
it could be.
It could be. I honestly have no idea.
That would
And
definitely be a
that's the
Vince
thing.
McMahon
Nobody
segment.
This has been so protected. This has been so protected, and I don't understand why. Unless Madrox is right, and it's somebody from AEW like Danhausen. You know what I'm saying? So, here's hope. What do you think about Sami, though? Do you think that there's a chance that Sami is the guy who attacked Jey Uso tonight?
It could be. It could very well be. Like I feel as though we're getting ready to see a heel Zayn, and I feel as though that might actually be pretty solid.
I'm ready for it.
They could book him to just play off the fact of always coming up short in opportunities, and he's tired of him always coming up short, and this, that, and the other, and Can make some magic happen with that.
right? Match number 6 was the women's tag team championships. It was Nia Jax and Lash Legend with their new packaging as the Irresistible Forces. Choke me, please. Um, versus Rhea and Io, our tag team champions. Uh, the match is interesting because again they repackaged the heel team here. I I'm not a fan of this name because that makes me think that Lash Legend is going to be Nia Jax's replacement since she's going to be retiring soon. Hopefully, please retire soon. Um, I don't know, man. This was kind of back and forth though. Rhea got all kinds of offense in. The finish seen Lash at the Lash extension on Rhea for the 1, 2, 3, and then we had new women's tag team champions. What are your thoughts, Cuz?
I called that shit before that match even started.
100%.
And the reason
Yes, you did.
that we said that was because Rhea is going into Elimination Chamber tomorrow, and it would be badass to see Rhea versus Jade. Just saying.
That would be awesome. I'm not Dark Tree. I'm not a fan of Lash Legend and Nia Jax either. I think that I hate to see them take the tag titles off of Rhea, but I understand why they need to. Oh, okay. Madrox says it was reported in December that Danhausen's contract with AEW would be expiring some point in February 2026. My dude, as for what's next for Danhausen, all signs are pointing to WWE, and more specifically, the mysterious crate that arrived on Raw 2 weeks ago. Danhausen is the odds-on favorite to be inside the crate, which will be opened at Elimination Chamber Premium Live Event in Chicago on February 28th. Madrox,
Did you
where
copy and
did you
paste
get
that?
this? Yes, he did.
Yeah, he
where
did.
did you get this? Yes, he did. I can tell. It such not that it. I know you can talk like
Yeah.
that. Where'd you get it, Madrox? Where'd you get it?
That's
'Cause
pretty
I like
cool,
that.
though. That is pretty cool.
Oh shit, we're in ads. Well, Madrox is a sub, so where'd you get that? Yahoo Sports. Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. Oh goodness. Um,
As you can hear, my niece is going to town.
yeah, she's been fuzzy past couple of days. Um, backstage segment was oh lord. Okay. Backstage segment was Charlotte, Alexa, Kiana James, and Julia. It was another stupid segment. Then we got Nick Aldis and the MFTs. Aldis says new tag team number 1 contenders will be determined next week. Cuz can you
Yeah,
pick up for just a second?
that's exciting. We're going to get new tag. They didn't specify who was going to be vying for that. However, we are going to get a shot at some number 1 contenders for the tag team titles that are currently held by the MFTs. And I think they are doing the Freebird rule, which means that any 2 members of the team can go. I think they're going to move Tama Tonga to going after the U.S. title. And I believe once they do that, things will start to pick up for the MFTs. I feel as though if they book the MFTs correctly, they could have a strong, dominant heel faction that could really take over SmackDown and run it well. What do y'all think? Oh, you initially got a Facebook notification. Okay. Cool. All right, so. Oh, thank you for the link. I appreciate it. We get a backstage interview with Nia and Lash after winning the tag team championships.
Yeah.
And then we get a CM Punk vignette. I can't even fucking speak. For Elimination Chamber because it is in his hometown of Chicago. So
Right.
it's going to be solid. And then we move into our main event of the evening, which was the Elimination Chamber bonus qualifier. Jacob Fatu versus Logan Paul and Takeover.
All right. So this match only existed because Bronson Reed got hurt on Monday. Like that's the only reason to even do this extra bonus qualifier match.
Agreed.
The Jay story only exists for the same reason. This we're gonna have this thing for the next month probably. Who attacked Jey Uso? Who was it that took him out of chamber? Who cost him his title shot? It doesn't matter because it wasn't really supposed to be a thing. It didn't exist in the first place. So it'll either be written off, we'll all forget about it, or they'll do a storyline with it, which I hope the latter because they can do some good stuff with that. Um, the masked man shows up during this match, big surprise, and gets unmasked. Lo and behold, we don't know who the fuck he is. WWE doesn't know who the fuck he is. Drew McIntyre then comes out from underneath the ring, sorta, and smacks Fatu with the belt while the ref is distracted, and Logan Paul gets the win and is your sixth and final entrant into the men's elimination chamber. What are you thinking, Cuzzo?
I said this before the match started again. The reason being is they needed another heel in the Elimination Chamber match, and Logan Paul will play that part. Personally, I would have rather went with Austin Theory because he's been in Elimination Chamber before. So has Logan Paul, but they're not really doing anything with Austin Theory.
The way I'm looking at it, and I know I'm off screen. I'm sorry. Yeah, booty. Here, I got you, Dark Tree. Please hold. Okay. The way I'm looking at it, Logan Paul is now the front runner of the Vision. How's that gonna work? Because it doesn't make any sense, dude. I don't know. I honestly tonight I got to give it a 2, man. Like I know I'm rating low this week, but I'm disappointed. These are go home shows. They should be better.
I think I'm going to give it just a little bit above you. I'm not even saying 3 this time. I'm saying 2.25.
Well, I'm glad I'm not alone then.
Like it was not a great show. 7 matches is great, yes, but a couple of them were fillers, and you could really tell what they were. Just tells you how much
squash matches aren't entertaining.
No, they're not.
Squash matches just. Dark Tree says, just tell you how much the Vision sucks. You know, I think they had a good plan for the Vision. Dark Tree. I don't want to sit here and say, oh well, you know, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are crap and they suck. They're actually really talented individuals, and right. I hate that they're getting hurt right now because this is their push. This is their big push. They got Paul Heyman, and man, I hate for them to come back in 6 months and not have that. That would be devastating to their career, especially Braun Breaker, because Braun Breaker. How did you do that? Madrox got timed out. Did Automod do that? Because I didn't do that.
I didn't do that.
What the fuck?
What did he say?
It was the links. Madrox, if you can hear me, I don't know why that happened, dude. I don't have anything from Automod, and I'm not showing anything on Buddha's channel either.
I'm not seeing.
Let me see
anything.
if I can fix it. Talk for just a minute, please.
All right. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the recap of SmackDown. Now we still do have the predictions for Elimination Chamber tomorrow, but
it was your Autobot.
My Autobot.
It was your Autobot.
Well,
yep.
F my Autobot. Sorry, Madrox.
Sorry about that, Madrox.
I didn't know I had an Autobot.
Yep.
I thought I got rid of all that crap, but I guess not. Learn something new with
this
shit every day. But anyway,
it
guys,
happens.
So let's get into the predictions for tomorrow's Elimination Chamber.
That's important.
We got what, 4 matches tomorrow, I think.
Do it now, Madrox, and then I will undo it. Like if it blocks you again, I'll undo it while I'm sitting at this screen. Post the rumor link. Yeah, it did it again. Okay, I got you, boo-boo. Just hold on. I got you. Maybe.
I don't know why.
Oh my God, is it not going to let me? Is it not going to let me? Untime out Madrox. There you go. Is it deleting those messages too? Bro.
I still see it.
Okay. As long as you can see it.
Okay.
As long as you can see it.
All right, so
take us into the predictions. I got to fix the bottle.
Let's start predictions, and let's let's do the women's Intercontinental Championship. It's Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the women's Intercontinental Championship. So I want to hear your thoughts on this, chat. I personally think that AJ Lee's going to win. Well, let me rephrase myself there. I thought AJ Lee was going to win. However, the
Uh-huh.
tag team titles changing hands tonight kind of throws me in a different way. I don't know if they'll go back to back days with somebody losing the title. So I'm actually going to say, yeah, Becky wins. Maybe by some kind of fluke way, cheap way somehow or another, and it pisses AJ off, and they have 6 weeks to build up a WrestleMania rematch. So I'm going to say Becky Lynch retains tomorrow. What's your thoughts?
Okay. Honestly, and I know that I'm a Becky Lynch fan, right?
Yes.
Um, however, oh, wrong place. Whoops. Here, I'll fix that in just a second. I I gotta say AJ Lee, man. I really want to see AJ get this title. I think it's well deserved. It's an accolade. I see Chicago being a big play for both these title matches. Um, I see AJ Lee and CM Punk walking out together with belts in their hand. So there's spoiler alert. Um, let's talk World Heavyweight Championship. There, I'm saying Punk. Granted, that's not what we're talking about right now. Uh, you said what? Cause Becky, because you didn't think they'd do back to back title changes.
Yes.
Well, that's fair.
I
That's
don't
fair.
see that. Like, I still see. Well, we'll get into that here in a minute. Hey, have a
Be
good
good,
night.
Scott.
Thanks for being on the stream, Scott. We appreciate you, buddy.
100%, dude.
I don't know. I feel as though, like, when we get into the women's elimination chamber and we discuss it, which I'll have to have him here for that because I don't fucking remember all the
I'm
names.
not far. I'm just feeding the
I
feeding the
know, I
bottle.
know. I'm just saying, like, you've got that pulled up to where you know all the names. I don't know all the names.
Know all the names? Okay.
So let's get into the women's elimination chamber.
Sure. We got Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Haska, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. What do you think? You
Damn,
want me to read
that's
them again?
no, that's hard to pick though.
One more
So
time for chat.
go ahead.
Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez.
Okay, off top of my head, no Oscar, no Raquel.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
No Alexa Bliss.
So you're
That's
down to Tiffany Stratton, Rhea, and Kiana.
so I'm gonna say if they decide to go wild, Kiana James, and they're
All right.
also they're trying to
Uh,
push her up a little bit. So just gonna say that if they decide to go wild, it's Kiana James. However, I really think that it's going to be either Rhea or Tiffany that takes that. Tiffy would be a rematch to Jade. Rhea would be a new opponent to Jade.
Uh, let me catch up on the chat right quick before I give you mine.
Yep.
Madrox says also last bit from the rumor mill, which I love the rumor mill. Madrox, anytime I like those little nuggets of information. Danhausen is very good friends with CM Punk, and being the pay per view is in Chicago, doesn't it make sense for DH to come to Punk's aid?
That
It
is a
does make
great
sense
way to
for
look at that.
Dan it does make sense for Dan to come. I don't think Punk's going to need the aid because it's Finn Balor, but I could see Judgment Day getting involved too. So even though he told them not to, so there is some there. Dark Tree says, "My God, either way you look at it, the winner has to go up against Jade Cargill and try to make her look good in a match on the biggest stage of the year. I
Ain't you
think it's
telling
going
the
to
truth
be."
there, brother?
He says, "I think it's going to be Raquel Rodriguez." Dark Tree, that's a good
Wait, are
shout.
you sure?
Listen,
No,
honestly,
are you sure he
if it
thinks it's going to be Raquel? I
no,
say that because
there's
it might
two
be
RRs.
Rhea Ripley. So
Yeah, it could be Rhea Ripley.
I don't
Dark
see
Tree,
Raquel taking. Okay, no,
Rhea
no,
Ripley.
Rhea
Rhea
Ripley.
Ripley.
Okay.
Well, Raquel Rodriguez, man, you got which is all right. Let me just say this: I don't think Alexa's going to win.
Nope.
I don't think Asuka's going to win. I
Nope.
damn sure don't think Kiana James is going to win.
Okay.
The only three women in this match that are real threats to the title is Tiffany Stratton, who just fought Jade Cargill, so that's out the window. So that leaves Raquel and Rhea. They did just take the title belts off Rhea, so I'm gonna have to say Rhea.
That's fair. That's fair.
Just where I'm at. Just where I'm
The
at.
only
And I
reason
don't.
I would think Tiffy, truthfully, is because Jade is the one that made Tiffy lose the title. Tiffy
Sure.
is the one that Jade did beat to get the title. So
And who did you say?
Rhea?
Or did you? Did you say?
Yeah, I guess I'm going with Rhea. Honestly,
Okay. Okay.
like
Sorry.
again, Tiffy. The only reason I see her, would being that is just to get the rematch and come full circle, basically. Rhea,
Well-
I would pick over Raquel any day just because Rhea is the more formidable pick. Raquel tried against Stephanie Vaquer and it did not go so great. So
No, it didn't. But let me just say, I don't think both major women, because I don't think both major women need to be fighting for both titles from the Judgment Day. Does that make sense? Like I don't think
you don't think Liv should be taking
Liv
on Steph
and Raquel.
Raquel should be taking on? Okay, I got
yeah,
you.
I don't think they need both women's championships.
Dark
in
Tree
Judgment
says
Day,
no way. It
let
is
alone
not
the
Tiffy
possibility.
Tom. LOL.
Yeah, I agree, Dark Tree. I've already spoiled who I think is going to retain their heavyweight championship. What are you thinking on the world heavyweight title match?
No, I'm in full agreement with you. CM Punk wins that hands down.
Okay.
Like,
Chat. When it comes to CM Punk versus Finn Balor, unless it's Demon Balor, if it's Demon Balor, I'm changing my pick. I'm
No,
telling you that now.
it won't be Demon Balor.
I agree. It probably won't be. But if it is, I'm changing my pick.
We'll
I don't know, man. Can we
Punk wins.
Punk
This
wins
is a
this
filler
match,
match in my
filler.
opinion.
But this is for the World Heavyweight Championship. What do you mean filler?
It can be a filler
What
too,
do you
bro.
mean? That's heartbreaking. You
They've
understand
already
that,
had
right?
this
Like,
match, and who won?
I know.
Okay,
But that was actually a really good match. That
It was
a
a really
really
good
good match.
absolutely, Madrox. If he loses in his hometown, no words.
Amen, brother.
Bad booking.
Amen.
No, that's the words I would have there. Bad booking.
Let's talk men's chamber, because this is the other important thing we need to figure out.
Okay.
Let's talk about Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton,
Exactly.
LA
Dark
Knight.
Tree.
Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Logan Paul. Buddha, I want your thoughts first. Then we're going to go to chat, and then we'll come back to me.
The obvious answer: Cody Rhodes. Who do I want to
Give me the why.
win? Oh, but shit, because that's we're building the damn same shit up again. Everybody knows that. Who do I want to win? LA Knight.
Yes. LA Knight.
Hands down.
Well, I'll give you that.
LA Knight.
Why LA Knight?
Because the man deserves a push. What in the world is that? Fucking Space Station 101 just joined. Boop, bloop, bloop.
That's the bottle timer.
Oh. That scared the shit out of me. Randy for the win.
Randy, says Dark Tree.
Okay. What about you?
Okay. Me?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of want to hear Madrox first. But let me just... Viper, good morning,
What's
man.
up,
Good to see you,
Viper?
dude. We're just finishing up the WWE stuff, man. So just sit around, tune in. You said Cody and you wanted to see LA Knight, right?
Yep, yeah.
Logan Paul is an afterthought. He
Yeah.
wasn't even supposed to be in the match.
Right.
Okay. Trick Williams, also, somebody needs to whoop that trick. Javon Evans, First year, first time in the chamber. He's
Hey, me and
bouncy as
Madrox
fuck.
are awesome.
Uh,
He said not to. Let's go.
let's that leaves Rhodes, Orton, and LA Knight. Orton's going for number 15. I remember you saying a couple weeks ago, it may have been last week, may have been the week before that. Orton's not going to win this championship because it puts him too close to either A, tying Triple H, B, beating Ric Flair, or C, getting too close to John Cena.
Yeah.
Those were your words.
D, all the above.
That just leaves Cody in LA, and I've got to say, man,
I
LA
could
Knight
take them all.
deserves a
I'm
push.
awake and have not had my coffee yet. Bring them on.
Listen,
Viper.
listen.
I don't know about all that, bro. That's a lot of meat on some of them guys. That's a lot of meat on some of them.
Viper is another STFC streamer, just so you know.
And Madrox says Orton winning could set up an Orton Knight feud.
Really could.
Could.
Really could. Here's the thing. If LA Knight wins, maybe we could get the Cody and Randy feud for Mania.
Could.
That would be absolutely insane. And
Have
that is
one
my
of them,
biggest hope.
Have one of them cost the other.
However, I unfortunately, and I say unfortunately, I'm a Cody Rhodes fan, all right? Let me just put that out there. I unfortunately am going to have to say I think Cody's going to get the win. And I think if it's not Cody, then it's Randy. So, because again, I think they're going to let the man either tie or get just underneath.
As long as it's not Cody. I'm ex-forces and ex-pub landlord, so I'm not small either. And British. Be afraid, be very afraid.
Thank you, Viper.
Agreed, Dark
that's
Tree. It's time for the Cody story to be done and over with. He's already finished the story. We've already had that part done. He's even got another championship under his belt. He's not going to get anywhere near the records that Randy Orton or John Cena or Triple H or Ric Flair, any of them have. He's not going to get to that point. The biggest point he has is his long reign as champion.
Yeah, and Roman still got him beat. That's the other thing, man. We haven't seen or heard nothing about Roman. Just Punk. Just what Punk has to say. I want Roman to appear.
Roman's there next week.
Honestly, I hope so. I want the box to be opened. I'm sick and tired of it. I know we get it tomorrow, but it's like a Christmas present, you know? Madrox, shout out to you, dude. I hope you're right, and I hope it is Danhausen. That would be fucking amazing. It would be amazing. But yeah, Dark Tree, I agree. The Crybaby Cody stuff, it's done. It's over with. We've been down this road. Cody's done got his flowers. Rocky Maivia done gave him what he needed. It's over with.
Are you talking about Roman on that one, Dark Tree?
He is.
Okay.
He is. At least I think so. I could be wrong.
For those watching the podcast, he's a stupid part-timer that needs to retire and goes away.
Well, you don't watch a podcast, you listen to it. But yes, that's
you.
true. That's true. Dark Tree, round of applause for you, buddy, because I agree. It's time.
I don't have them.
Thank
on
you.
here.
Thank you. Thank you. It's time for Roman Reigns to be done. I'm over it. I'm over it. I don't know, cuz. What do you we got 6 weeks till Mania after tomorrow.
Yep.
So do you have any long-term booking predictions for Mania?
Well, I mean, we'll know all 4 title matches tomorrow.
Yes.
So, there's 2 more added to the card. You got Brock Lesnar, open challenge.
Obafemi.
The tag titles will need to be defended. The Intercontinental will need to be defended. The U.S. title will need to be defended. Like, we've still got plenty of time, thankfully, for all these matches to open up.
I did. Dark Tree sent me something earlier today.
Okay.
It was about when we were talking WWE on my STFC stream.
Yeah.
And they are giving away elimination chamber tickets in Chicago,
Ooh,
like for free. Do you know why?
why?
Because they cannot meet ticket sales.
Oh wow.
So it's a promotional thing to try to get seats or butts in seats for Mania. So yes, Dark Tree, I did, and I appreciate the article. As a matter of fact, Madrox, this is definitely to you too. Anytime you guys get like some information that you think I need to know about, where we do these reviews, I would be happy if you guys wouldn't mind to just DM me that stuff, because or DM Buddha.
Yeah.
Either way, we both would appreciate any insight that the community has, because you guys know your shit. We don't have to tell you. You know what a work is. You know what a shoot is. I don't have to look at the camera and be like, all right, guys, this is wrestling is real. I'm not going to do that.
No.
I'm not going to treat you guys like you're stupid, because you're not. Just in all reality, that the way I'm trying to say this is fucked up, but you guys are smart enough to know what's a work and what's a shoot. So
At last
35% is a lot. It's a lot. And for the podcast audience, at last post, Mania ticket sales are now down 35%. Sorry, Buddha, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good. Honestly and truthfully, like the next 6 weeks, the next 4 weeks, I feel as though will really determine where those ticket sales actually like go. Like if they start, pushing out some banger matches for Mania, those ticket sales
Sure.
could start jumping really quick. There's still
Sure.
time. There's still plenty of time. And
So-
most people are waiting to see who's going to be taking on who tomorrow.
Right. Well, that's a good shout. I mean, that makes sense to me. I don't know, man. It's just I really want to say, I really want to say that hopefully one of these days you and I will get to go do one of these from Mania.
Oh yeah, that'd be
One of these
badass. That would be bad.
Maybe
fucking
when we're
ass.
old and gray. But
Getting there, bro. Getting there.
yeah, that's fair. Dark Tree says some people are saying they are beginning to feel this Mania will be the worst in history. Let me ask you guys, when has Mania ever been in the same place 2 years in a row?
It's never done it.
That's kind of my point. I think that was a bad omen.
Good
Plus,
man.
didn't they announce NOLA? I mean, isn't that what they said? New Orleans, and then they changed it.
No, it was canceled on them. That's why.
Ah, okay. I will figure out how to get rid of that. It says your auto mod is off. I don't know why it did that to him. This was totally a TKO cash grab. You're right. You're right. They just don't have the story power this year. They don't have, and I've said this for weeks now. I've said it on my STFC streams. I've said it on the WWE stuff. I've said it at my job. I've said it in VCs with people. This year has been trash. I mean, it's really not good. And this is our busy season. This is when product is supposed to be top notch, A grade. Everyone's getting hurt. People are gone because, oh well, Gunther retired AJ. Oh well, Bronson Reed is hurt again. Brock Lesnar is calling out anybody. But when have we ever done that? When have we ever had Brock Lesnar issuing an open challenge? Once,
WWE
maybe?
needs leadership, plain and simple. It's getting to the point.
I'll tell you what.
It's really getting to the
I,
point, man.
I hate to agree because I'm a Triple H guy, but at the same time, Paul, you're fucking up, dude. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I love you, man. You make great content when you try, but this right here feels phoned in.
And it could very well be. Could very well be.
I don't know. I'm done ranting. I'm
right.
sorry. Just
Been saying that for months. All right, so that's going to conclude this prediction segment of the stream. So we got one more thing. We like to let the last 5 minutes or so of the stream, we like to open up for Q&A. So if y'all get any questions for us, please feel free to hit that chat up. Let us know. We'll be more than happy to answer them for you.
Or don't forget the stage in the Discord is always open. Exclamation point stage. We'll give you a direct link to the Revolution X stage. So, do your thing.
Stage.
That being said, Buddha,
Yo.
Buddha,
Yo.
I'm gonna make you do a thing. So you might as well get your bowl ready. Um,
Hey, Dark Tree wants to
it
come
looks
on
like
the stage.
let him up.
2 seconds. Oh no, never mind.
Uh,
I think he just put the
Madrox
stage.
says, I think WWE started losing it when cancel culture basically sterilized pro wrestling. I want gimmicks again. Madrox, hell yes. It doesn't have to be the doctor from South Side, or it doesn't have to be all that. But what it does need to be is there needs to be some sort of character, like what we have now. Sure, it's great.
Cheers. Fire in the hole, smoke 'em if you got 'em, whatever you say. Cheers, everybody.
There it is, Madrox. What happened to the Punisher or Stone Cold Steve Austin or Rocky Maivia or what's another good example? China or Repo Man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But some people think it's not real enough, that it's too cartoony. They're in this age now where the attitude, like, the attitude is they're sports entertainers. They're not God help me out here, cuz they're not what's the word I'm looking for here?
They used to
They
be
are
no,
performers.
they're not
Go ahead.
superstars anymore.
Right.
They're sports entertainers. Dark Tree,
That's a
welcome to the
problem.
stage, brother.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing. I've actually got a huge question for you. It's probably
Okay.
gonna make you think.
Please.
What do you guys think about AJ Styles going into the hall before John Cena?
Worded like that.
Oh,
Worded like that. I'll be honest with you, Dark Tree. It kind of makes me feel like that there's going to be something else with Cena down the line, like be it some sort of backstage role on television at least. Maybe not any fighting per se, but perhaps a GM position or I don't know. Hell, an interview spot. Something stupid. Hello.
They're setting something stupid up. That's for damn sure.
Do this.
favorite wrestler. Madrox says my favorite wrestler of all time is Scott Hall as Razor Ramon. The vignettes,
yeah.
the fake accent, the bad guy. God, I miss that shit. Hell yeah, like
Hell
that.
yeah.
That's a great.
Oh
call
hell
out.
yeah.
That is a great call out right there, Madrox.
That
Razor
is so
Ramon.
sad to sit and think about right now that the only surviving member of the NWO is Kevin Nash.
X Pac still well. Do you count X Pac as part of the original NWO?
No, because the original NWO was just the three.
Yeah,
Hogan, Nash, and Hall. Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're
that's
right.
fair, and you're 1,000% right, Dark Tree. Madrox, I gotta agree with you, man. Razor was one hell of a wrestler. May he rest in peace.
All right, now to answer Dark Tree's question, I said this
your turn,
earlier.
Buddha.
I said this earlier. The only reason that AJ's going in right now is so WWE can make sure to lock him in, so that he didn't go to All In for AEW, because he would probably had Tom to be able to do that, and that would have been one hell of a draw for AEW. So WWE locked him in with the Hall of Fame thing, just so that they could make sure to keep him through that.
Well, see, here's the thing with that, Buddha. The deal with AEW for AJ Styles was a complete backstage deal. It had nothing to do with television.
Right.
Huh.
It was strictly backstage. And as far as I know, that deal is still in place.
If he signed a Legends deal with WWE, there's no way it can be.
Yeah, you can't show up for
Like,
two
there just
companies at
isn't.
once, man. That would be
Even
all
it-
kinds of
Yeah,
infringement.
Even in a backstage role.
Yeah, I have seen posts about AJ signing a new deal with WWE, but I haven't seen anything confirmed yet.
Right. Well, he's going into a
But
Hall of Fame, so that screams legend deal to me.
true,
Let me
true
catch
that,
up
true
here.
that.
Madrock needs to get back. Wrestling needs to get back to that, but the snowflakes will never allow it. Cancel culture is a real thing, and there are a lot of things that WWFE, whatever, WCW, that what they used to do.
Kamala was American.
Yes, he was. There's a lot that they used to do that wasn't that really was too much for television. So I get why some of it had to be taken back, like and please don't shoot me for saying this, bra and panty matches. Okay,
Bring them back.
those. Listen. We are in this world now where men and women appear as equals in everything, and thank God, because again, my wife's a feminist. I'm about that, but at the same time, their bra and panties matches were degrading. So the
Yeah, Edge
'90s
having
was the
sex with
perfect
Lita
time
in
for
the
that.
ring. Exactly.
Yep, yep. That's it. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
But you want to know what the funny thing about that is? That
Hmm.
incident you're talking about right there, Lita
Mhm.
has been on record as saying that was one of her funnest events in her whole career.
Right.
And
And
see, I thought,
at the time, it was like, because at the time, sex sold. Whether it be, something as graphic as that on TV or the bra and panty matches for that matter, at one point in time, men and women alike was into that and wanted to buy that. So WWE was a great platform to let that actually happen without really having any repercussions from it.
Right.
um, Dark Tree, you got any other questions, buddy? Before we wrap up,
No, no, no. I wanted to get with you about the whole ticket sales things because that just blows my mind. Mania has always been the big event that we all look forward to every year.
yeah.
And ever since this TKO merger happened, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, it's killing WWE.
You're not
The
wrong.
product's gone downhill. Yeah,
You're definitely not wrong.
you're right. I can agree with that. Uh, Madrox, Viper, anybody else got anything they want to add? Because if not, Buddha, I think it's time because we're like an hour in,
Are we an
hour
hour
and
in?
15 rather, hour and
Yeah.
15 rather.
Hey, it's solid. That's
So,
solid.
yeah,
All right, guys. Well, with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this recap of the night. Thank you very much, Dark Tree, for coming up on the stage and chatting with us and in the chat as well.
Problem at all.
Madrox. All right, go watch some old Razor Ramon vignettes then.
remember what I said. If you get some information and you see a link that you think I might like or I might something wrestling related, send it to either one of us, please.
Oh,
We
yeah.
appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing goes to you, Dark Tree.
Yep.
Yeah, I got you. No problem. I can do that.
Anyway, guys, we want to thank you all for coming on to watch the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate you being here. We will be live again tomorrow night. I think it's actually at normal time. It's like
Yeah, it
8
is.
p.m., so 8 to 11 probably. So
7.
we'll 7? Oh, it is 7. So probably 10:15-ish tomorrow night for us.
As soon as chamber ends, we'll be on.
Yeah, as soon as Chamber ends, we'll be on. So make sure that, if you're following us, make sure you got the bells lit up. That way, when we go live. If you're on YouTube, we'll have this up for you just as soon as we get done. And until tomorrow night, guys, again, Dark Tree, thank you for coming on. We greatly appreciate you. We will catch you guys on the flip side later. Peace out.
Hey, it's
Deuces,
easy.
guys. Thank you, Dark Tree.
No, no problem, man. If I get any more links through my various channels, I'll make sure I shoot you.
I appreciate that. Madrox is already sending me links.